like white. There's like only white in the lens once.
Whoa. There's what? Oh, whoa.
You broke it.
Whoa. What in the world?
Oh, Mattel, how can a company become so unlovable so quickly and lose about 90% of its core fan base by making this shit canon? Literally everything about this. It's not good. And honestly, this is just one of those things that's not appealing. However, now that we know that this is something that we can come to expect, I figured I would make a video detailing all of the things that we can get from this trailer. Truth be told, there's not a lot of good. You can totally argue that there's absolutely none, but seeing as this is becoming our new norm, let's go ahead and take a look at what's in store for us.
Here comes Thomas.
Alright, no matter what anybody says, this is the worst voice acting for Thomas I have ever heard. I'm one of those people who's big on the whole Thomas is not a child theory, so that's just fucking wrong. Also, what is this? Why is he moving like that? You don't have a spine, motherfucker. Next, we're introduced to the scenery, as well as what I presume are going to be the troublesome trucks, at least in this continuity, and even more horrible Thomas movement. This is just painful to see. What is this shit? And now we're introduced to Tim Sheds in a scene that feels almost reminiscent of Thomas and Gordon. I said almost, not almost, as well as presumably the cast of the show. Here we can see Father Gordon, some weird new high-speed train, Percy, Nia, Kana, oh what the Diesel, and that's it. That's apparently the show's new cast. We're also shown what seem to be recreations of past episodes, here being Down the Mine, as well as what I presume to be future stories, none of which seem interesting in the slightest. These two are also apparently new characters. One reminds me of a female Kevin, and I don't know what this is besides gross. For a split second, we see Emily, who is far too happy to be a part of this, and presumably what is Thomas singing. For those who aren't aware, the show will be taking a bit more of a musical route. Just what we need. And then a loop of some sort? I swear to God if that's Gordon's Hill. And that's really it. The trailer kind of ends off there. And now we're all scratching our heads like, what the fuck? No. But unfortunately, it seems that it's too late. While a part of me was hoping that this was some elaborate April Fool's joke, it's becoming more and more abundantly clear that this is not. I would expect most Thomas and Friends fans to not really be down with this. And is someone who's a fan of the way Thomas and Friends has been wrong for not really approving of this? No, actually, it's not our fault at all. When you have a fan base as large as the Thomas and Friends one, and then out of nowhere you change everything you've already established, as well as everything that those fans had already become attached to, are those fans wrong for not wanting to stick around or approving of what's being done? Surprise, everyone fucking hates this. And it's my personal belief that it's going to be this that gets Thomas and Friends canceled. I don't really see this appealing to kids, and it definitely doesn't appeal to the kids that are already fans of the show. You guys proved a long time ago that you don't give a shit about us older fans, so I'm not even gonna include that. So with all that in mind, who's gonna watch this? That quickly, you all have completely alienated Thomas and Friends to everyone. I can't imagine anyone with any sort of attention span wanting to watch this, let alone waste it on it. So with that information in mind, personally, I'm definitely scared of what the future holds. That and in terms of the show officially, I really feel as if it's only a matter of time. The reboot seems to have so little going for it, and if there was ever a time that the Thomas and Friends series was down bad, it's now. The only somewhat redeemable feature that I could find is that they did somewhat decently on Gordon, though truth be told, there's a lot more wrong than there is right. Like, excuse me, bitch, but Gordon is quite literally the only one. Personally, I hate the designs of all of the other engines. Y'all did Diesel wrong. You could draw his face fucking twice with how much room there is on his forehead. Incorrect. And yeah, I guess the illustrations of Sodor are cool. It kind of reminds me of older style cartoons. But why ditch your brilliant animation for this half-assed lame excuse for a railway? Not to mention the canon completely does not exist anymore. So everything written by the Reverend W. Audrey has been completely forgotten. This sucks. And it's definitely fair to say that I'm not alone in thinking that. From this point forward, I'm just gonna pray for the future of Thomas and Friends. That is, officially. Let's not forget that it's basically the Thomas and Friends fandom that now continues to carry the Thomas and Friends series. So it's safe to say that the legacy is going to continue. But expecting anybody to settle for this is honestly ludicrous. And while this is almost guaranteed to be garbage, let's not forget, there are several content creators, not only on YouTube, but on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, that truly treasure the classic Thomas and Friends. And honestly, at this point, that can mean CGI or model series. I feel like we all can agree anything but this. So while the future might be uncertain officially, I have faith that Thomas and Friends is going to live on for a long while, and it's all thanks to the fandom that's behind it. I don't think anybody's expecting anything good to come of this reboot, but what it did do was bring the entire fandom together, because we all can agree, this is not our Thomas, and no, we aren't going to settle for it. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.